Yeah, it's really good with my diet and taking supplements. Anything that's really good at now,
Now
the food side of things.
so many times. So now it's like, oh, yeah, what's it for?
And it's like, it was quite hard to kind of.
So I think, like, definitely there's an aspect of that, very much so. But animals,
Right.
Kind of paleo-ish.
Yeah, you see it.
None of all the nasty stuff.
It's hard now when I go to the supermarket and see stuff and I smell really good. I also think, I guess that's not kind of about how I felt, how I said she felt, physically felt. And I'm so proud of my first tummy now. You know, I used to feel like I was 10 kilograms more.
So I definitely, but and when is it whether it's placebo or
Yeah.
It's so much. I wish my mum did that.
What time would we like to leave?
What time do you guys go to bed?
5:50.
Yeah, you were right.
We are the same one.
We are the same one.
No, I've got to go to Auckland. Mine's on Jetstar, but it's at the same time. I really
It's not long difference, yes.
Right. Okay, so we would want to be here what?
We can just sit here and talk.
Yeah, we can just
So do what we need, at least we're there.
Yeah, we just sit down.
So say we could sit in a little triangle and do massages. So if we jump on the plane, you're all nice and chill out.
I'm going to ask them like to try to do really stuff because I have a huge phobia of planes, so I get panic attacks all the time.
Remind me. And you're all because I've never tried that for my head.
I like the little like lollies, but they're not lollies, but they're restricted.
you know, almost
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And took up a couple of lollies.
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it with my dad.
And I'm afraid it's not the chocolates that I get chocolates
I came to my house not long ago and get
Are you flying also?
I'm fine, yeah.
Yeah, today.
Right.
Oh, is it you that you've got, you're cutting a quite fine? Really? And fly in for when we finish.
He was like, I can't do
This is like the important flight that was there a little bit like
Yeah.
five or
No,
something.
I get that.
And I was like,
Yeah.
it wasn't, yeah, it's not like the rest.
Yeah.
Take some spares.
Yeah, so we're going to eat together.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, now there's also, there's a packet of Eden grated cheese, do you know that? To remind me it's in the fridge, so I don't want to leave it in the fridge, so. No, because by the time we've gone to Wellington, it'll get all,
Yeah.
so yeah, no, you have it by all means, show me love.
Yeah, and then our kids.
And I've got wrapped up now, I have to say,
Right, Rebecca, what do you just a couple of minutes, free reign. But the stink, you can smell it now, it's shining 5 spots. What? Oh,
So, taking things up, now my clothes out.
you tried it before?
No,
Yeah. Can you smell it now?
Now I can.
Yeah, I've wrapped it up well, because it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fried rice.
Oh,
Yeah, with soy sauce
Yeah.
and egg and some of this.
Yeah.
Very yummy. You don't need too much, it's quite strong.
And the thing is, it's already crushed, isn't it?
It's always, yeah.
So I have one that's called
Yeah, oil one there. It's much like
Even this,
wash
like
it a
my-
little bit.
Thanks, girls.
Oh, there's ginger. Ginger, really good. Just as a pot make egg.
Yeah, I should put this stuff in. Cool.
I'll just put it next to the spring.
He gave me a wand.
Look, fancy. Look. I really like this.
and I think I really addicted to my mind. And I already feel quite.
I'm really addicted at the moment to the shop or whatever, the feta and spinach.
Yeah, it's not really the house. They call it hummus, but it was something like hummus.
It's more like a dish.
Yeah,
That's not good enough.
Oh, well.
We understand cheese for study.
this was good, it's very cheap.
Green one.
The green kale one?
Yeah.
That's a
It's super tasty. Seeing as I'm not classifying it as a food, I'm going to, for the purposes of my tissue cells, I'm going to take one out.
I'm sure I actually can't be that tempted to taste food with your tissues.
So are other people, like, are you guys doing, like, taking clients and doing case taking and like giving them stuff? No one else does
I'm not at that point. There might be some people who are doing stuff like that.
Not just about to go down, just very
Not to do with naturopathic things, because I don't feel like I'm that well enough.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm using myself. Oh my god, that tastes
I sit there last night and
Well, that's what I do. I don't know, just the wording of things. It kind of made, I was sitting here thinking, I think we're offering tissue shots or flour, it's just some stuff that I didn't
We're only a year in. I don't think we're supposed to be doing that sort of stuff because if you're part-time, maybe like
we were just learning it all. We don't need to be actually taking case taking for net.
You do it when you feel comfortable, you do it when you feel like you know, either the person is right for you, you know, they're not like too pressure on time, I've got holding my tissue shop. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Working was in the comfort zone, that was no joke. I don't think anybody's rushing.
From my, you know, what I've achieved with my study up to this point, I basically thought I could take this on for a relaxation meeting. And it was pretty much that was it. I wasn't, I had no time to do anything fancy about that. I didn't recommend anything.
So that sort of thing would be no danger recommended. This sort of thing would be no danger recommended.
Well, that's why I'm hoping that after I've done that, I'll just be like, okay, this is, if it becomes in, I'll be pretty effective, and hopefully, it's okay to go. What I think is our businesses can make it so they can take themselves and go from there, and that's my student practice. Yeah, that's your details. Also sitting there thinking, goodness, are people taking clients? No, they've got clients. No, they've got I tried abracadabra, but it didn't have any magic. Can I get the score? What's the magic in it?
He's super cute. That's so cute.
Hey, no, it doesn't have any magic. I tried abracadabra.
He should have gone Wingardium Leviosa. Something from Harry Potter.
I just told her, I was like, oh, you might just create a magic to happen somewhere else. You might send it somewhere else. But I don't think they sent it to Yes, yeah, I just sit them on because I think you can research that kind of
So it's really good. Like all these things. I was actually really consumer services.
Barbie, that's that one. They had that. Yeah. She left on the tray. There's a head out around here. They did understand. You didn't see anything. Section 9, she was hopping out under the exit. I just put in the section 9 because I thought you were get a copy for later today.
She's about to drive up and then.
Oh, but she had
No worries.
Had I known about it, it would have been different. Next time we're going on a road trip.
Bring it on. Well, the van will bring me.
We're just waiting for a couple of people.
Somebody about this because we can't easily become a which of the right ones for me, you know?
Okay, so we're just waiting for one of your co-team students. So while we're doing that, does anyone have any questions about anything that we covered, or anything you might have thought about over the break, or anything?
I don't know, I was just thinking that it's actually really useful to have a practitioner to guide you through, because looking at it you can get, and even just at the bigger brochure, you could go, this,
Yeah.
and it's like, in what order do you take them in, so to kind of thinking about what is their situation that I need to address now, and going and seeing somebody would actually be really useful.
And it's amazing how it develops too, you know, like you work through one layer and there's some stuff under there, and then there's this other thing that's linked to this other thing you found out that's linked to that, and it all comes down to one point eventually.
It does sound a lot like a kind of counselling session as well, that helps to kind of bring things up.
The practitioner that I've been working with for the last few years as her client, she's done some counselling study as well, psychosynthesis counselling it's called, and it's about mind-body. It's a bit more mind-body than traditional counselling.
It's not that kind of thing where you say
Muscle
something.
testing.
Yeah, that's so
No.
interesting.
Yeah, kinesiology is another word for it. That's another way that you can choose essences for people, is using muscle testing.
Reading a statement and
Yeah.
definitely.
You could have a person hold an essence and then do the muscle testing. Yeah.
I have a question. I have a personal interest in graphology, studying people's handwritings. I just get a bit obsessed with it. Even though mine's like a 5-year-old's writing, I still like it. But is that inappropriate to be kind of, as I'm reading people's case studies, because there's a lot of writing, you end up with a lot of writing, and I can see little bits and pieces of their personality traits or whatnot popping out. Obviously they're going to be oblivious to that, but in my mind I'm kind of like, oh, I can see that.
They're wise.
You know what I'm going to ask you next on one of the breaks.
So to answer your question, just keep our class time on the essences, but to answer your question, I don't think that's inappropriate. I probably wouldn't verbalise to them what I found, but I would certainly use the skills that you already have to work with your person as a whole individual, unique human being. Definitely. Okay. We've got Charlotte. So she's got some issues with insomnia and headaches. She just feels pretty lousy. She's quite tired. She's got. She's in her past had an issue with terminating a pregnancy, and it's still a bit of an issue for her now. So just have a quick read, and we'll go through some of the selections that you think could apply.
So her keynote, she could be on the past if you know, have to question her a bit more.
Yeah.
I think it's quite clear that
I mean, Pahudakawa, Pahudakawa I would consider, but definitely what you're saying. You're asking, you're seeing which one she identifies with. Could it be both? In the sense of the case, Pahudakawa is could have been more applicable for Charlotte when she was younger. So particularly in relation to that termination. So she went along with what her parents said, and she didn't say no to that. She had trouble saying no to it, which now as an adult, now that she's sort of developed and sort of got a bit of a different perspective on it. Could probably be part of why she's having an issue with it still. Yeah.
So would you give her native belt for that living in the past and nostalgia kind of thing?
Excellent. Yeah, definitely. Native Haribel, so that's number 12. So this is a good one for, whoops, I forgot the first word, but yeah, Native Haribel, number 12. So this is a good one for people who still have issues with stuff that's happened in the past. Most of us that could apply to, because we are a result of our experiences. But however, if it's something that is holding a person back and it's sort of inhibiting them from experiencing happiness, then that's a really good one, Native Haribel, to include in there. I can think of a friend of mine, this is her keynote, and she's still at high school in a lot of ways, you know. There's a lot of, oh, remember that party that, oh, that's where we did that thing, and okay, and then, don't remember, but for her, that's kind of her personality and how she sort of works. There was an issue also with another person who their marriage had ended, which is quite difficult at the best of times, and she, 6 years later, still referring to it like it only happened the other day. So that can be another indication of when that would be appropriate to use. So yeah.
Purple Caramigro for the self-blame and the guilt.
Yeah, awesome, perfect.
I put number 5, native passion fruit, because of fatigue and tiredness and weary.
Excellent, yeah. So native passion fruit reminds me of the kind of character of Garfield. You guys know that big ginger cat, Garfield, yeah? Yeah. So Garfield is a little bit like native passion fruit because he's tired, he's putting stuff off, he's Monday morning, that kind of, not again kind of thing. But he, with native passion fruit, a person, they can snap out of it. And Garfield would always get excited by lasagna. So that's the kind of personality that native passion fruit is. They're kind of like that lack of energy, but there's always something that can snap them out of it. Yeah, as opposed to a person sort of being at their wit's end, or like Lacebark, or yeah. So there's all with Lacebark. There's not really anything there's no lasagna for you. It's sort of that's where you are solidly. But yeah, this sort of that one works there.
Would Kuru be appropriate because she's mentally stuck, she's quite fixated on the past?
Absolutely. So Koru works really well with Ko-Fi. So these again, if you're going to start to get some treatment bottles, some stock bottles, to make treatment bottles for your clients, these are really good ones. So this helps with change, helps facilitate gentle change, and this is for people who always repeat a similar pattern and who need a bit of a hand to change, to get out of that rut. So they work quite beautifully together.
So in this instance, you'd put that one Ko-Fi in with you as well?
I haven't got it down particularly for her. Oh yes, I have. To help sort of moving on to next phase. You're wanting to sort of leave things behind, change, move on. Yeah, not repeat that kind of thought pattern and that emotional pattern as well. Yeah.
Karaka.
Okay, tell me why.
She has a known depression.
Excellent. That's basically the only, not the only reason, but that's a solid reason that you could apply that for sure.
I'm going to try and pronounce it, the lily one.
Ringa?
Because she's absent-minded.
Excellent.
I was thinking like the ice plant because she's very hard on herself. Oh, maybe not because actually I'm looking at the other things there, probably not appropriate.
Yeah, good.
I'm
Good
sorry,
answer.
it was there and then I'll pull back.
That's cool, and you'll do that when you're selecting the essences. You'll be like, oh, that one. But then when you go back and look at the words that the person's using with you, or something else they could say, then you yeah.
I was thinking it's more like writing for her. I don't know if she was ashamed or disgusted in her termination, but she's kind of obsessive compulsive that she's approaching herself about it. It says that she does it endlessly.
Yeah, great. I hadn't thought of that one, but that sounds really appropriate. You're certainly asking somebody where that blame could lie. If they're feeling that someone was responsible for it, is it on themselves or is it on others? Or it'd be a good way, kind of me, to determine whether that would be appropriate or not.
Is there any kanuka in there, you know, whether exhaustion, insomnia, absent-minded?
Absolutely.
Which one is it?
Kanuka is number 13.
Yeah.
Whoops. Scribble. Analyse that. Kanuka. So that is sort of the one, that's the no lasagna wariness. Yeah, that's the one I was trying to pull out of my brain before. In relation to native passion fruit. Yeah, these guys. These guys are similar, but one of them's got lasagna and one of them doesn't.
Would knives as well, because of the responsibility, like the crush, she's quite crushed by the bird and then of her decision to go along with